Now that we've had eyes on our first Far Cry 4 gameplay, it's time to talk about what completely new things you can do in Far Cry 4 that you couldn't do in Far Cry 3. The Himalayas are teeming with flying animals, and for the first time in Far Cry, you can be attacked from above by feathered foes, say the developers.
With the Eagle, you won't see it in this demo, but you can be attacked from above for the first time.
Thanks for that. We look forward to having a dive-bombing Eagle take our scalp off. In Far Cry 4, if you look down and go for a melee move, you do a kick.
Kicking things is hilarious. I expect people around the world to be kicking rocks, explosive barrels, dead bodies.
Correct. Kicking things is hilarious, Alex Hutchinson. Good job. In Far Cry 4, you can fly yourself around, like in this nifty gyrocopter. Not like in Far Cry 3, where you had to wait for your brother to show up with his pilot's license or what have you. This means you can get an all-new God's Eye view of a fortress before you strafe it from the air. I think those white arrows mean they've spotted us. In Far Cry 4, you can at last shoot and drive at the same time, as long as it's with a one-handed weapon. Look at this guy reload one-handed while driving. That means no more long-winded car chases for you, and hopefully drive-by hunting for the extremely lazy hunter. Speaking of car chases, if you need to kill somebody and steal their motor, Far Cry 4 has just the manoeuvre for you. For the first time, you can jump from one moving vehicle to another with a takedown. Far Cry 3 had co-op, but only in special designated co-op areas and missions. You couldn't tool around with a co-op buddy in the main game's open world, and we call that a goddamn tragedy. Lucky for us, in Far Cry 4, the co-op takes place alongside the game's main character in the main game world. While you've got a co-op friend in play, Far Cry 4 does turn off the solo missions, because clearly no one will give missions to a couple of giggling idiots blowing stuff up in a helicopter. Far Cry 4's elephant will be your new favourite Far Cry critter. How could it not be after you drive it into a rage and it storms an enemy fortress for you and takes a face full of exploding jeep on your behalf? Also, you can ride them. Suck it, all other animals. Speaking of all other animals, there's a new trick for Far Cry hunters. The Far Cry 4 devs say you can now throw bait to attract animals. It sounds a bit like laying bait in Red Dead Redemption, which is a-okay with us until we get pounced on by a mountain lion. The mountainous new terrain of Far Cry 4's Kyrat means tall cliffs and long drops, both of which are approximately zero problem for you on account of your new grappling hook. You'll be swinging over chasms and grappling up rock faces like nobody's business. Those were 9 new things you can do in Far Cry 4 when it lands in November this year. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more videos like this, and we'll see you next time.